So you guys decided to torture me today, as the ultimate insane demon's next victim will be Crazy 3 by Davjt. So let's see what I made, how I made it, and if I lost my sanity. So we are back once again with the ultimate insane demon, and I haven't really done that much stuff off camera. I've just changed the brightness of this background. I think the part that I'm gonna remake is the first duel part. So we obviously have to begin with the gameplay, and the first thing that I want to do is place this pad here and link it to the same structure as this block. In the beginning, I wasn't fully understanding everything, but I managed to string myself together soon enough. That could work, but that obviously means that I should have the dual portal up here just to make it more consistent. Yeah, like a jump like this, where it has some spikes on the end here. What if I had a mini spike to both of these? Actually, will that even be possible? I guess the structure will overlap into here. So a very cool trick that I found out a long while ago is if you take a line, align it to the dash orb, make the dash orb group parent. I'll just make it so that the dash orb follows the exact line as the line. Another structure like this, where I guess you have to do like a timing with the bottom while the top just does its own thing. As I explained in the third Jam Gauntlet video, I'm not that good at making asymmetrical duels, but I actually managed to create something very cool. I guess if I extend this and move this up, same with this portal, then you can't jump into it from the bottom. So here, for the part in the song where it's like the repetitive beats, I'll do the dash orb stuff, and then have a dash orb at the top here. Maybe I'll have it so that this ends off a little bit earlier, so that you can't just hold from a dash orb to another. I can have like a blue orb here, where this platform goes a little bit higher. Then I can have like a black orb here, so that you jump right before the small one gets to the platform. I'll put some J blocks here just to be friendly, you know. Right as you jump here, the mini one hits a green orb, and maybe I can follow that with even more dash orbs. This part is 1 or 2 seconds shorter than the other parts in the level, but its gameplay was way harder to make, and the same with the decoration. But that will probably make it so that these two hit the dash orb at the same time. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't happen. And then I'll just finish this duel with 2 dash orbs. Actually, what if I just put it here and I make you big as you go here? I guess right here you go unduel. I guess I'll add like a saw blade right here, and also like a saw blade here. I'll make it so that these objects are slabs, just to make it easier for you. But yeah, I think that's the entire gameplay for this part. I was expecting it to take a little bit longer, as it's an asymmetrical duel and I'm not that good with asymmetrical duels. Now I'll just structure this part, and then I'll get onto a little big problem. So if I look through this part right here, you can most likely tell that this level is, well, glow style decoration, and that's fairly similar for the levels that I've remade so far, although Crazy 3 is more of an art level. But what I want to try to do is kind of combine the styles, doing both a glow style and a sort of art style as well. I began by adding some of my normal glow style details, like a base and some outlines, but then I added some more unique stuff. I'll actually add a third layer of outlines right here. I guess I'll add some glow to this. I can make it so that these outlines right here are B1, so that this glow will be, so that this glow will go above those outlines. On layer 5, I guess I can try to incorporate. What if I try to add these objects right here, either like coming from the top or from the side? So if I align them like this, like directly to the grid, I'll warp these objects down a little bit, and Yeah. I then added some more details to the outlines and some other stuff that I don't really feel like covering. Maybe some balloons, like the original part. Yeah, just incrementally scale this up and down. And then I can add some like fading lines on the bottom here. That could be cool, but not in this block design. Maybe adding some like screws to this could work. Needs some more, so let me see what object I can use for that. Maybe if I make these like way darker, but also more saturated. I don't want there to be 3 of these, so maybe just like 2 could work. I then made some boxes that I deleted later on. And then I added some more colorful details. Try to add some like glow beams here. I wanted to use a lot of red and green in this, as they're pretty circus feeling colors, and they were used a lot in the original level. I do like it, but I still feel that there are some stuff missing. What I'll do now, I'll work on the spike design for this, and for this one, I'll just make it so that the entire thing is just object colored. So this just makes it so that the spike has a very big outline. You can then maybe take these spikes, make them smaller, place the glow there as well. So just make it like the same color as this. Now we were onto the 3D, and for once I actually did something interesting with the 3D, which just copies the object color and then also make it a little bit darker. I'll just place this glow down and then align that to be, yeah, that feels better. Yeah, I like that better. I think I'll just take this block design, copy paste it to these other structures, and then let's hope that there's nothing that I want to revert, because that'll probably take a lot of time to revert later. And while I'm filling in this block design, I'll humbly ask you to please subscribe. These videos take very long to make, and any support would be highly appreciated. I also have memberships, so smash that join button for tons of cool perks. But let's get back to me remaking Crazy 3. Okay, so I filled in all of the block design, and I've done some slight movements. So what I want to do now is on the next layer, I'll place down a gradient trigger right here, but I guess like half a brightness, so like this. So now it's just a plain background, and well, I could just use like this trigger right here. I feel like this is a more smooth transition. I then began with the first layer of the custom background, where I did something pretty similar to a secret upcoming level of mine, and maybe you'll see that level in the future. So I think what I'll just do, I'll take these objects, I'll just warp them in the X direction to save objects. I'll then take one of these objects right here, flip them like this, and just make it as like the most accurate cross as possible. So then I'll align it here and then place it throughout the part. Yeah, like this. And that's pretty much the thing that was in the original level. I then changed the color of it, copy and pasted it throughout the part, and gave it some movement. I guess what I can do on layer 10 is add some backdrops to some of these structures. These objects right here on very low brightness. Then I'll also make them have some outlines that go on the outside. And I think I can just make these like normal object colored. Yeah, make these black and do the same on this side. And I guess add some glow to this. I guess also lower the saturation and up the brightness of it. I think the final thing I'll add to this is some arrows. So I think then I can just add these to the insides of here. I'll first extend this all the way to the top. All of these arrows right here. I then gave the arrows some movement and discovered something pretty interesting in the process. So I guess I'll just like place this in places where there's not that much space. Now I want to change this gradient to something else, as the gradient is just like the same color as these inside blocks. Yeah, that works. So it's more like a reddish color for the background. Yeah, that works way better. If I rotate this gradient trigger like this and make it so that the top is darker, that makes it even better. So yeah, I think after this, I'll add some more like atmospheric details. So yeah, let's see what those will be. So what I want to do now is pretty much just rip off the original level by adding some cobwebs into this. So I'll just have this sort of thing right here. I'll then take this outline right here, just extend this a little bit further out. It was a little bit annoying to make the cobwebs work correctly, but after trying a lot, I finally managed to make it work pretty well. So maybe if I like align this straight to the edges, how will that work? It's good enough. It's good enough. Then I'll take these objects right here, scale them down, copy them, and scale them down even more to this, yeah. I then copy and pasted them throughout the part, which wasn't really that interesting, so let's just skip that. Maybe on the same layer, I can actually bring the balloons into this. Said I was gonna use these in some way. So now I'll just change these to be like color 16, I guess. Now these are way too cartoony, and to fix that, I'll just add some glow on top of them. I then copy and pasted those as well. So I'll give the top 56, the bottom 57, and both of them 58. I can lock to the player with like a 0.8 modifier. Let's say that they will go up to here, both of them. 56 in the matter of 6 seconds. 56 will go down 5 blocks. I think on layer 13, I'll just take this glow right here, scale it up. So I need to make it so that this is above everything except for the structures. This adds as a sort of shadow to the blocks, which adds a lot of depth to the part, which I like a lot. Oh, and I also added even more glow to the part. I want to add a little bit more to the background since it feels very empty. Also, why is this cobweb moving? What I'll add now, I've done this in an upcoming level that I won't reveal yet. I'll just take some like blending glow, some like very, very big blending glow, and just scatter it throughout RTX in a way. It's very dumb. That's basically what it is. It's RTX for your level. After making this scattered glow move, I began with the saw blade design, which I had some pretty interesting ideas for. Now, there are no saw blades in the original part, so I gotta just come up with something on my own. So what if I just use these saw blades right here? I can make it so that the rotation is like -40 maybe. Just make them be the black ones. I did something very similar to these rotating objects from Arctic Peaks, which had a very creepy feeling in this environment. It's very dark. A 40 rotation? What? No, they won't. They just won't have a rotation. Then I'll add some glow on T2. I think I want to add some more like saturation to this. Yeah, like that. Then it was the pulses, which I also did something interesting to spice them up. So I made it so that some of these pulses just make the background kind of like flicker a little bit to add to the dingy feel of this. Well, yeah, with that, the entire Crazy 3 part is finished. I was expecting this to go very, very horribly, but I actually managed to just go with the flow, and while it looks a little bit more simple compared to the other parts, I still think it looks very good. So for this transition into the drop right here, I think I'll just do that off camera. And the final thing to do now is, of course, the names of the members of my channel to the level. So my first member, Destiny, is on this structure right here. My second member, Ghost Zan, is on this structure right here. And my third member, RSD621, is on this portal right here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and a special thanks to the members as always, you guys are the best. And yeah, let's just get to the final showcase of the level. One final thing, I've uploaded another poll on my community tab for you guys to vote what level I should do next. And yeah, that's about it. Goodbye.